My dudes, what's going on? If you want a chance to get your IdleOn account reviewed, make sure to head over to twitch.tv/GriffyBit. Make sure to follow and look for when I go live with account reviews in the title for your chance to enter the giveaway to get reviewed and end up on one of my YouTube videos. Anyways, let's get into it.
We are checking out Hello Doppo, and he needs a little bit of help with Alchemy. Keep in mind, his account is 2 months old, and he's made it to World 6. And don't worry, I checked. I'm 100% convinced that he is a legitimate player. I am thoroughly impressed with his account. I did a quick little look over before we got started, and there's nothing but good things. So, very well done. Special shout out to Doppo for, and also, Doppo learned how to get this far by watching yours truly. So, you can just go to tell you that my guides work. So, since he's helping out with the beautiful, beautiful Alchemy, I think we're going to go more with a priority list of things that you definitely want to focus on first when it comes to bubbles. Then we'll move on to things like vials, and then we'll start moving on to like helping with like your color cauldrons, getting those good, and then ending up on sigils, and then we'll help you a little bit with your talent when it comes to your shaman. So, starting off, let's head straight to World 1. Let's take a look at some stamps. Stamps that are definitely going to help you push. There's these key ones. You want to definitely focus on, because since you're only 2 months in, your big focus right now is going to be Alchemy XP, okay? Alchemy XP is super, super, super huge. And Alchemy Seed. So Alchemy goes burr and brains do stamps. Because your main thing is, as soon as you get to 120, that's when you unlock the new toxic H2O. And since you're in World 6 now, that means you can eventually start pushing those, because you're going to get to a point where you're going to unlock those really fast with your bubbles. And also, if you can, Drippy Drop Stamp is also a huge one as well. Those 3 stamps right there are going to help you significantly. Drippy Drop Stamp. So those are the 3 things, and also Drip Lop Stamp as well. So there's those 4 stamps, I should say. You have 2,800 on stamp levels, which is looking pretty good. You are missing a lot of stamps, so you definitely want to work towards getting those stamps as well. Obviously, that's going to take a little bit of time, but you know, you did say that you're focusing on working on armor, and since you're working on armor, you could also be farming out stamps. It's definitely something else that you could definitely work on as well. And I don't remember, but I remember I said Alchemy 120. Is it level 80 now for the new toxic, or has he changed it? So taking a look at here, we're gonna get a little bit of a priority list going forward. Yeah, it's 80 or 85. Okay, so sorry, I take it back. You need a Alchemy level 85. And what level is he? He is level 61. So level 80 ASAP. Or 80 to 85, I should say, because we're not 100% sure on it. Oh, it's level 80? Well, we'll just say level 80. If it's 80, 85, at least we know. Okay, so obviously FMJ, he focused on that. Fantastic. Same with Shakracy. He focused on that. Oh, so fantastic. You'll love to see that. So obviously, he knows it. We all know it. First priority is unlock every bubble, because you just want them unlocked no matter what. Now that you got into World 6, you can start unlocking the World 6 bubbles, which are going to be coming soon. And then, you know, you're missing out on like your super huge power spikes, like power try 1, try 2, and try 3. Those are definitely something that you're going to want to hard focus as soon as you unlock them, because it's just a substantial amount of damage. Other ones that you want to focus on too is your multiplier bubbles, which I see that you're already doing. You know, you have Mage at best 149, Archer Bust, Warriors Rule, you have one at 68. So I think right now, since you're getting to that point, you're going to get stuck really bad and when you're pushing. So since you're having such a struggle, or you're going to be struggling a lot pushing through World 6, it's better to start working on your 3D prints. This is kind of like your main source of where you're going to be going right now. 3D print focusing, because you probably end up slacking a lot of your 3D prints because of this. So if we take a look here, I mean, you already have crazy salts for 2 months. That's wild. Okay. That's actually crazy. Your shrines are also level 10 across the board as well. That's looking pretty good. You already have Primordial Shrine. Okay. So Death Note, obviously, I was expecting too much from that. We take a look here. You're already working on your Poisonic Elders. Your Elder's already level 17, dude. This is crazy account. Okay. Okay, so definitely, you want to keep on focusing on your Death Note. No matter what, you should try to max out your Death Note first. Cost Cruncher and Chest Space is a good high priority. Stormcaller, you can stop with Stormcaller and focus on Death Note instead, I would suggest. So make your life 10 times easier. Just because you just want to keep on building up those Death Note kills because you're going to eventually start doing your Zhaos, Chows, and Super Chows. Atom Collider is not... You don't have Atom Collider up and running, do you? You have Atom Collider up and running. 2 months and you're already up and running Atom Collider. Wow. Wow. That's impressive. Okay. So your Oak Prints are already at 1.18 mil. You're looking here pretty good. Okay, so these are not too bad. I would eventually probably invest in more in print slots. Print slots are definitely going to help you a lot more. Your Oaks are looking good. So once you start working on those bubbles and those 3D prints and getting those equipment up, that's definitely going to help you start pushing those prints a little bit higher. So what I would say when it comes to Alchemy at this point in time is a couple of things, okay? First off, 170 colored cauldron for all. So that's yellow, orange, purple, green, okay? 170 across the board. This will help you unlock this stuff. That's also working on your Bubo. You're going to be working on your Bubo mostly. Now, the real question is your Bubo equipped for this? Because that might be your biggest struggle right now is you might not have the ability to be equipped for this. And your what's your max talent? It looks like, what is your max talent? 152? 152 is the highest you can get? 220? Wait, really? Oh my god, he has Fury Relic. And he has Fury Relic. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. So, what's going on with this account, dude? What's this account? Okay, so for the time being, I would suggest no lifing Alchemy for a bit. Okay, you're kind of at that point where you need to start pushing it big time if you want to see that crazy jump that you're looking for, that snowball that you want. So going forward, you know, obviously there's things that you want to hard focus on. I know you're on skilling preset, but I'm just going to go over it anyways because you're going to be swapping to combat regardless. You definitely want to focus on things like Auspicious Aura, Tentacle Eye. Obviously, it looks like you got that, getting that close to 200. Auspicious Aura to 200. Cranium Cooking, huge thing to 200. This will all help your alchemy in the long run anyways. Chemical Warfare, 200, or Flatulent Spirit, and then Raise Dead. Those are kind of like the huge things that you want. And then you're going to start focusing on Crystal for Days. I think you need to start getting your crystals going. It's definitely going to help you greatly as well. You got 20 out of 50 on a hemoglobin. Okay, well, this is your skilling preset, so that doesn't really matter. Viral Vials, of course, you're going to get there. So basically, your main goal right now is to get Bubo online. And what I mean by that is 200 talents on the specific ones, on specific talents, the ones that I just told you to do, and Crystal Spawn. Getting it going here. Crystal Spawn is going to be, it's going to be huge. Stacking some levels, getting that going is going to be great for you. And at the same time, yeah, I know he has 210. But yeah, I mean, he doesn't have other stuff at 200. I said specific. Moving on. You could probably make your way to the chaotic cheese ore blanket. Your tools are looking good, except for your iron pickaxe. You're looking a little rough around here, but that's fine. I mean, you got mostly iron. Good. Your skulls are great. Love that. Post office. Mana box. Definitely going to be huge for you. Alchemy box. I would strongly suggest the things that you focus on now. Alchemy box. Max it. Then go to mana box. This is definitely something you want. You get those two. That just makes it online as well. Because you got to realize you get a straight 30 extra seconds on cranium cooking just from maxing this box out. And you also get way faster cooldowns at having this. It's 10.2%, so it's massive. Definitely want that ASAP. I mean, obols are empty. That's to be expected. That's fine. I don't really expect you to go crazy. Another thing that you could be doing right now. Card farming. You are when it comes to where you're at the moment, you're kind of falling behind on cards. So you got the main ones, like you got Snellbies, you got Gigafrogs, which is great. You got your Poops, which is awesome, and you got your Demon Genies. So when it comes to crystals, you're getting pretty close to being fully online. Are you missing Choco Chip though? You are missing Choco Chip. That sucks. You have Choco Chip? Even better. Even better. Yeah, you do have a singular Choco Chip. So what you want to be running for your Bubo when you run them? You want to run Choco Chip, of course. You want to run the bottom right card, the top left card, the double pendant, the silk motherboard for the trophy. If you can get the keychain and the star sign, those are also two that you want to grab. And if you can get all of those things, you're absolutely cooking. Absolutely cooking. Yeah, I know you have a beginner. I didn't really ask about it. So that's all looking great. And I mean, you have Dude, so it's not like that matters. You can see it all anyways. Okay, so here's what I want. I want you so card farming, just start. You want to start card farming. Now's the time, especially since you're already playing so much in your elemental sorcerer. Yes, best card farmer. Best card farmer. And you already have all the main ones. Like you have 4-star Gigafrog, you have 4-star Snellbies, 4 stars for Stash. You know, get that going. Get that rolling. And just in case, I'll show my chips what I run after this. Actually, I could probably show right now. So just to give you an idea of what you want to run for chips here. Okay, go down here. This is kind of what you're running for chips for majority of people. So right now I'm running on my Bubo. This is my Bubo build. So you see I have a Choco Chip, I have Keychain Doubler, top left card, star sign, necklace, trophy, and then bottom right. That's what you want to be running for pretty much Bubo whenever you run. Okay? That's going to be basically your setup. And you're pretty much close to that. You have basically all of them except for the Keychain Doubler and the star sign Doubler, which is fine. You'll get there eventually. So what you want to focus on right now is 3D prints. 3D print focusing. And you want to focus on getting your bubbles. Focus skilling bubbles to 75% potency. Okay? Which is not hard. That's like level 200-ish each. Around that. Some of them are less, some of them are more. But you need to start building up your 3D prints. Your 3D prints are going to be your biggest time gate. Like you already got past, it looks like you already got past the water lock. It looks like you already got past the soul lock. It looks like you're gonna start hitting a point where you're gonna start hitting like your ability to start leveling stuff up because you're gonna get to an atom part. Now, what I would strongly suggest is the reason why I want you to get at Bubo Online is because since you're already starting to level up Boron, you're going to want to start getting as much atoms as possible now to get as much boron as possible, because every day that you miss boron is another, like without Larry, is another 50 alchemy upgrades that you're missing per day. And it doesn't sound like a huge thing, but when you get to that point that you're, say like you're a month down the road, okay? 30 days you've been playing. You've missed 1,500 bubble levels, okay? It does add up. It does add up a lot, especially when you have Larry for a guaranteed ×2. That's when you're going to start getting to a point where it's like you're losing 3,000 a month, okay? And also with the potential chance of +3. So that's 3,000 plus, okay? So you want to make sure that, you know, and also another big one, getting Larry. Larry hard farmed is so huge. Larry farm, definitely something you want to get. You have a 59% chance if you can at least get this. I believe it's level 510, I believe, for 100%. 520, 510 for 10%. Hard focus Larry. Get somebody just cooking up Dementia ore all the way through. And just getting, it's at least if you can at least get it to a point where you can atom it, that's what matters. That's what really matters. And then just seeing if you can get it going. And that's gonna be your best friend. Absolute best friend by far. I would say the next things you want to focus on are gonna be your multiplier bubbles. I think everybody can come to an agreement that multiplier bubbles are literally the goats. Same with the second bubbles for multipliers and these ones for multipliers. They're so strong. Multiplier bubbles. And as it goes with this as well, you want to make sure that you have multi-ore to make sure that multi-ore is all at 300%. Multi-ore or multi-resource, I should say, should be minimum, should be 300% no matter what. That should be, that's a big, easy goal for you to get because it's not that hard to do and it's super helpful for 3D prints. Now, big question we have to ask here. Royal Sampler, bro, he even did it to level 11. That's specifically what I tell you to stay at is level my bro. He listened to my guides to a T. Now my next question is, do you have 90% printer to sample size? If you do not have 90% printer sample rate, that should be your next big goal. And I'm talking about on not your DK or not your V-Man. Specifically. Okay, on some characters. All right, there we go. 90% sample size is your go-to. 100%. That is what I want to see on all characters. Also, you want to finish off level 75 lab with all your characters as well. Just get that done so that grind's over and done with it. And if you have the talent points, if you're skilling or something, you're not really playing on your Bubo, which you're going to be probably living your life on Bubo for quite a long time now. You are going to be looking at just making sure that you book your bubble breakthrough. You want to always book your bubble breakthrough no matter what. Even though if it doesn't really feel like it's working that great, still book it regardless. Busy brewing. This is going to help you get yourself to 170 as soon as possible. Sharing some smarts. This is also just help for Alchemy XP. Those three things should be leveled up. You want to get those ASAP. It's just really good. And if you're wondering how to check your sample size, by the way, for the people watching, if you go here, go to your inventory, go to skill info, and you click on your construction tab, it'll show your printer sample rate. It'll show that percentage right there. And also, if you see that yourself is struggling a little bit, you can work on Smart Boy and get a little bit of talent getting there. You get your ES farming out some quenchies or get a 3D print of that just to help that out a little bit, because you got to realize with Smart Boy talent, it also gets multiplied by Mage's Best. So that right there is going to be a huge goal for you, just getting your Bubo online. Because you got to realize if you're getting your Bubo online, that means you're getting everybody else online because you're getting your Alchemy going. And that's your biggest thing, because right now you're super hard stuck for pushing World 6 because you're so weak. Like it's kind of like a double-edged sword with you right now, is because your account is so impressive for only 2 months, the fact that you're in World 6. But since you're in World 6 and you didn't have all that time to cook up, you're gonna be playing a lot of catch up. So I'm just gonna give you this without overwhelming you, because you know you may have done crazy amount of stuff, but you are only 2 months in, so I don't want to overwhelm you. Things to work on, stamp specifically, Alchemy goes Burr, Brain Stew stamp, Drippy Drop stamp, and Drip Lot. Get those done. Level 80 ASAP on Alchemy, so you can get the other stuff unlocked. Unlock every bubble. You're going to start 3D printing focusing. That's your main focus right now. Also, your another focus is to get liquid investment in the Equinox, because as soon as you get that going, mixed with your cranium cooking, get all that in there, you're going to be huge. You want to get your post office going. You want to get your Alchemy box and your mana box. Alchemy first, mana box second, because you get free 30 seconds from cranium cooking for 400 boxes, and you get a 10.2% reduction to skills if you have that at level 400 boxes as well. So you want to get those as soon as possible. 170 cauldrons for all yellow, orange, green. Get those done. The four upgrades per cauldron just makes your life easier, and then you can start working on sigils after that, or start working on vials. Get Bubo online. The 200 talents on specific that I was talking about before, and starting to get crystal spawns. After that, you have tons of card farming to do. You want to go ahead and do your card farming, get that rolling, get that absolutely juicing. If not, you could also work on your chows. You can work on your zows or your super or your chows. I wouldn't work on super chows just yet. You're not quite there, but you can work on chows. I want you to focus on all your skilling bubbles to 75% potency. And what I mean by 75% potency is that if you go to IdleOn toolbox and you go to the Alchemy page and you type in the percent to hit, and you type in 75%, that's the overall power that you're going to get from that bubble. So for instance, if you need 75% potency, I think for one of these bubbles, it's only like level 200 and something. So you want to get those all to 75% potency. You want to start your Larry farm. Getting your Larry farm to 100% as soon as possible is going to be the greatest, which I believe is like 500, 510, somewhere around there. Multiplier bubbles are super huge for you. Multiplier bubbles are going to be the biggest Chad, most goatest thing that you're ever going to love and see. Multi-resource bubbles should be 300% to start helping with your 3D printing. This is help with your hard focusing on 3D printing as well. Then you want to get 90% sample size on all characters. This is very important to get 90% regardless. So you just make sure that you get maximum prints as possible. And of course, finish off your level 75 lab. Once you get that done, you're pretty much done all your divinity grind as well. So if you focus on these things and get these things going, this will give you weeks of work. This is not something that you can bang out in a month. This is definitely like a month and a half worth of work. But this is what I'm going to give you without overwhelming you. Good luck, my dude.